Hi, everybody.
Hello there.
I'm Jerry.
And I'm Linda, and this is Gizmo.
Yeah, we're the Newcomers, and I hope we're live. Please tell us, can you hear us? Let me look over there. And by the way, we've been seeing that people have been in already, but we couldn't get in. Like I said, we don't know what we're doing. We're like a couple of klutzes here. So please tell me we've got voice. Do we have voice? I feel like, man, we've been struggling here this morning trying to get ready for this. All right, yes, we got voice. All right. We're coming to you with our little Rode Go 2 wireless mics, and evidently it's working. Special show, going to be different. Can't show you any pictures of viewers, no viewers of the week pictures, but we're going to tell you a lot of things, and hopefully you'll have a good time. We're here with our buddy Mike. Remember Magic Mike? And let's get our show started in style. See, we already had a flub.
Yeah, because the nature of being live, there's going to be lots of bloopers and probably some meltdowns, so you're going to have to excuse us.
Yeah, well, it was just a little flub there. Hey, did you guys enjoy Linda's pea salad? How many of you made that pea salad, and did you love it like I did? I mean, when she put that little bacon on the top, huh? I know it. It's really good stuff.
We had a lot of shout outs this last week, but we can't show them. And of course, Gizmo, he had a few jokes for you.
Look at him.
But he's
so
feeling a little bit under
tired.
the weather today. So there's no jokes from Gizmo.
No. You sure? Did you take the poll this past week on Facebook? We put a poll on there. And in that poll, I asked you some things like, should our shows be shorter? Because we get a few people complaining that our shows are too long. You know, I ask you, do you want shout outs at the beginning or at the end before? People like the shout outs. I was very surprised. But the number one response was keep the Q&A, keep the questions, keep the answers. So we'll do that. Another thing, some people had said, the good and the versus the bad, get rid of that. Because, you know, you don't want to spread anything but sunshine.
Right.
But we get these, I'm right now, I'm trying so hard not to use bad words. These people that send us these questions that are so negative, and you're going to hear one today. So we're going to keep doing the good versus bad for a while anyway. Number 3 on the things that you love was this guy in his segment. Look at him. He's so tired.
Yes.
Yeah. And cart rides were number 4. Shout outs were number 5. And it goes on from there. So give us a good idea what you like, what you don't like. And believe me, I see that you're scrolling over here. That's what we got our man Mike over here. He's going to give us some questions that you throw out. But we have 10 already, don't we?
Already. Today, you're going to hear questions like, what do we wish we had known before we moved here?
Oh, I'm going to tell you about a ninja that I encountered over at Walmart. He stole something from me.
Yep. And do most people cook at home or do they eat out?
That was almost the beginning of a blooper there. Did you notice that?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Medical care update in the villages. I don't know what we can tell you about that, but we're going to talk about it.
And why are so many of the ponds drying up in the villages?
That's right. Ponds are one of the big reasons we love to live here. You know, we went up to on top of the world. They didn't have any ponds. We didn't like it. We love to be able to look out and see the ducks, the geese, the birds.
And even the
really
gators.
Cool. And we have a question today regarding what should you bring with you when you move to the villages or even to Florida for that matter. All right, let's see if this works here. Again, we're going to try to play our theme song for you. That's it. That's it. All right, that worked.
Coming entertainment. The Rock of Ages came to the Savannah Center. We saw that show. That was an amazing group of players.
Yep, we're going back and see it again on this Friday night. Going to drag Mike along and some of our friends because it's so good.
And the Beach Boys are even coming on Wednesday.
They are, but you skipped across something very important.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, we got to talk about that.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
We were invited to a big performance up at what's called the studio at Tierra del Sol.
Right.
I actually had some pictures to show you of the studio and of the set, but we don't know how to do that. We don't know how to do that here. Sorry. And see all you over here waiting, and we want to talk to all of you and interact. After these questions are over today, we're going to have about 30 minutes left to talk to you and answer questions. So please hang in there with us. But this play that we went to was La Cage aux Folles. It's a very famous, it's kind of, if you watch the movie The Birdcage, it's that script, you know, and these are some very talented performers. I was amazed at the acting. It was great.
The music, the orchestra up above the theater, the stage, it was pretty cool.
I mean, it was good. It was good for what it was. You may want to investigate the subject matter before you go if you're easily offended. It's about drag queens.
Yeah, it was very entertaining, though.
I liked it. I'll go see anything. And I thought the two lead characters, off the charts good. Really, really good. It's such a nice little venue. We're going to go more often.
Yeah, it's very intimate. There's about 100 seats there. So you're up close personal with the stage. So it's a really neat place to go.
And like she said, the Beach Boys are coming Wednesday.
Right.
I wish I could go to that.
Yeah.
You know, we're kind of a team. We go to things together.
Yeah.
And she's got plans.
I do.
So I'm not going to go in by myself. But the Beach Boys right here in the Villages.
We saw them when we were younger. We had a great time watching them.
Two other big name acts are coming this week. Terry Fader, he's that ventriloquist.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I think he won one of those shows, America's Got Talent, but he's great. And Melissa Manchester is going to be here the morning after.
Yeah, they'll be here February 24th. So that's just a few days. So,
yeah, it's coming right up. And rounding out the week, you can see a Johnny Cash tribute. And who doesn't like a Johnny Cash tribute?
And also a tribute to Bee Gees.
A wonderful Bee Gees show is coming. Yeah. If you want any more information about what's coming at the Villages Entertainment, you can look it up at thevillagesentertainment.com, and you'll get a list of all the upcoming stuff. Good stuff. All right. Are you ready for the first question?
Ready.
Do we have a drum roll? From Reggie. When do those love bugs show up? I thought you said May. Do you know what a love bug is? Love bug looks like a huge ant with wings.
Yeah.
And you hardly ever see one love bug. That's why they're called love bugs. They're always attached to their mate.
Yeah.
And they fly in swarms, and they will get all over the front of your car.
They remind me of lightning bugs, you know, that size.
They're about the size, a little bit smaller maybe. But they'll get on your car and they're nasty. You need to get them off because they're harmful to the paint.
They'll bake on there if you don't get them off.
How do you get them off?
Little soap and water, right? And I've heard dryer sheets. You can use those too.
But they do come in the spring, and they'll come again in the fall. But I got to tell you, last fall, no problem at all.
We didn't see that many at all last fall.
You can tell how bad they are by looking at the front of your car. You may not even see them until you get home, and man, they are just plastered over that thing.
Yeah.
So Reggie, don't worry so much about them. You know, they're going to be here, and just clean them off after they get on your vehicle.
Annie in Ohio writes, do most people cook at home or eat out? I've been cooking for 40 years and I'm ready for a break. I hear you, Annie. I know 40 years of cooking is a long time, but I say most people eat out. I cook probably twice a week, maybe, and then we do some leftovers.
She cooks more than twice a week. Come on.
Well, I'm talking about big dinners now.
Garrett Riley, thank you. He
Oh,
sent us a
nice.
super thanks.
Very nice.
That's nice of you. Thank you for getting the ball rolling there, brother.
So you think I cook a lot more than two times?
Yes, you do. I mean, this past week, she makes a great Italian meatballs, like that big.
I like my meatballs.
And the ragu, and they call it gravy on the Sopranos.
Oh, they do. Oh,
I'm binging the Sopranos, by the way. Y'all watch the Sopranos?
That's my next recipe. Probably my meatballs, right?
I give that. No, I thought you do your pineapple upside down cake.
Oh, that's easy though. That's easy.
Oh, I love that pineapple upside down cake. But Sopranos, let's get on the real important subject here.
Oh yeah.
Okay. It is a great show. I can't believe they stopped filming that. And I say film. You know, I don't mean film. Film is the F word. In 2007. It's been gone a long time. Tony Soprano and the bunch. I love binging that. But they eat all that Italian food. She's always saying, "Oh, look at that pasta. Look at this pasta."
I am watching the show with Jerry, and every time they put a dish down, it's always ziti. And I'm going, look at that. Jerry is another one. Those poor actors had to eat tons of that Italian ziti.
They're always talking about cannolis and manicotti, whatever that is, and all these things. But anyway, that's off the topic.
Anyway, most people, I think, eat out.
If you do eat out, though, think about this. And I see Maria over there in the Luna. Thanks for commenting. I'm trying to go look over here and then come back to you. We got to get these questions done. Then we'll be talking with everybody. But thank you for being here. We got a lot of people. We got 510 people active right now.
Aww.
Thanks so much, everybody. If you eat out twice a week, let's talk about lunch. Just lunch. It's going to be $20 each if you eat it. Square one, if you ate a bluefin, if you ate a red sauce, you go to Johnny Rockets, it's going to be $20. If you get the burger and fries and a drink and you leave a tip and you pay your tax, $20. Okay, that's not much, right?
That's all right.
20 times 2 is 40. So if you do that twice a week, that's $80 a week. That's $4,000 a year for lunch.
He's a math man.
$4,000 a year for lunch. That's if you do it once. Come on.
Yeah.
No, that's twice. I said one. Holy cow, Florida man.
Florida man.
Thank you.
Love you.
Thank you.
Wow.
That is incredible. We appreciate that very much. Yeah, so if you eat out twice a week, it'd be $4,000. But don't you want to eat dinner out? Because that's going to be more. That's like $30 a head, right?
Yeah, could be.
So $60 a meal to eat out for dinner. You do that twice a week, that's $120, right? You take that times 50, that's $6,000. So now you got $10,000 to eat out twice a week for lunch, twice a week for supper. Holy cow.
He's got a number for everything.
They're probably all inaccurate. All right, next 3 questions deal with water and water levels. David in North Georgia writes, why are so many of the ponds drying up in the villages? When I started preparing for this live, I looked around and the ponds look pretty good. Well, a few days have passed and I looked today.
Oh, yeah.
Boom, they're down.
Very low.
They're low, especially here in the northern part. We're used to the nice full lakes, the beautiful lakes, the big lakes. So why are they down? They're down because we haven't been getting any rain.
No rain.
And if we don't get rain, it's not that water is evaporating.
No, they're using it for
irrigation. They're sprinkling all the medians, all the roundabouts, all the multimodal pathways. It's draining that water down. We need that rain.
We do.
The ponds are full in the summer because we get those afternoon rains.
Right.
And boy, they fill up quick. We have a state-of-the-art system of
irrigation,
interlocking ponds and lakes. They're connected and they pull from one to feed another one. And it's really supposedly people come from all over to study this. And
that's
it's a good
how
system.
those alligators get from one pond to the
That's
other
right.
pond. They go through those big tunnels and you go, hey, he was over here yesterday, now he's over there.
Although where did we see the picture one?
Walking on the Hog-Eye Path.
On the Hog-Eye Path, somebody got a picture of a nice one walking yesterday.
Walking across the path. This is from J.D. Finelli. Hello, Jerry and Linda. Your videos are amazing. I would love to buy a home with a water view, but I'm afraid of ponds overflowing and flooding nearby homes. Does the villages have anything in place to prevent this?
I kind of jumped the gun when I talked about that proprietary system they have of lowering and leveling waters. And well, they do. And I think back, what was that, Irma, a few years ago?
Yes.
The water got up really high, flooded some golf courses. And they couldn't be used for a long time. But it didn't affect any houses. So it is a good system. It does seem to work. And if you have any questions that we don't answer, Mike just gave me a little note here. We're going to answer 10. And later on, we'll answer more of your questions if you can hang in there until we get finished with these 10. Not that we'll even know the answer to these. You know, we always tell you this is what we think.
Right.
And we could be totally wrong, but this is what we think after living here 4 years. Okay, this is from Cindy in South Carolina. She spells her name Sindee.
Very creative.
I've heard that Florida is sinking, she says. Have you heard that? I'm afraid if I buy a home, it may eventually be underwater. Cindy, that's what my father used to say to me. When we
Yes.
learned we were going to buy a house in Florida, he just very gleefully told me that Florida was sinking. Our house was going to be underwater. It's common knowledge, he said. You know, I don't know. I'm not worried about that at all. I mean, hey, we're in our late 60s.
Yeah.
How long we got to worry about that? You know, I don't think so. It may be losing a fraction, but I think we've got a good ways to go before Florida sinks.
Yeah. And Steve writes, I'm afraid I will never have enough money to retire. Are there part-time jobs available in the villages? Oh, yeah, there's part-time jobs. You can go to the restaurants. You can go to be, name some other jobs they can do. You can probably work for the construction companies. I don't know. That would be full-time. Part-time jobs, yeah, I'm sure you're going to find.
If you were a handyman, you could stay busy. People need handyman.
Yeah, I think that would be full-time.
AC and heating and air conditioning. If you've got skills, you could work as a bus boy. You could work as an ambassador on the golf courses. These guys that run around and tell you to speed up, fill in your divots, pick up your tees.
Yeah.
Have a nice day. Now that's ambassador. You could work in one of the starter shacks.
Yeah.
Your tee time is 11:20, sir. Can I see your IDs? Ma'am, you cannot wear that shirt on the golf course. That's what they do. So you could have a job like that.
Yes.
And of course, there are dog sitters.
Oh, definitely.
There are groomers. You got landscapers out the wazoo.
Oh, yeah.
Tree trimmers. Home watch. You know, you can watch people's home. There are lots and lots of jobs. You got pizza places. You got delivery people. You know,
endless jobs.
Yeah, lots of jobs. The question of the year. Jerry, do you think the villages should stop expanding? Selfishly, I would say yes.
Yeah,
stop. But because I've got my home, right?
We got our home. Yeah.
That's the way people think. Once they get their home, they think, oh, that's enough. They don't need to have any more. But they're supplying a lot of homes for a lot of people that want homes down south.
Yeah.
They're putting in homes willy-nilly down there. There are a lot of homes down
there. If it hadn't gone south of 44, we have never met Mike and Mary and a lot of our friends down south. And that would have been a shame if we had not met these people.
Yeah, and these new people that are coming down south, they're younger, they're energetic, they're fun people, and they have a great time.
Right.
Yeah, it's really nice. I just hope, as we all do, that they keep enough amenities.
Right.
You know, honestly, we go to the town square. We couldn't find a place to park. What was that, yesterday?
Oh, yeah.
Couldn't find a place to park.
No, yeah.
Had to park far away. Where did we go yesterday? And we had to walk quite a ways. Oh, that was just at
Edna's.
Edna's on the Green.
It was hopping.
We went to Edna's and it was full. We had to park all the way down at
their mailboxes.
Water Lily Postal Station.
Right. But definitely bring your chairs. When you're going to Edna's, make sure you bring your chairs because it's often on a Sunday afternoon.
It's not Water Lily Postal Station.
Cattail
Postal Station. That's where we park.
Yes.
So it's getting crowded. And
so make sure you bring your chairs when you go because they may not find a chair there. It's getting crowded there. But I'd say we need more retail stores, more clothing stores down south, that kind of thing. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. I just say we've got to get enough golf courses to handle all these people. It's tough to get a tee time. You can't walk up. You have to plan it in advance. You walk up today and say, hey, at Sarasota or Volusia or Escambia, you got any empty tee times? They would say, nope.
Yeah.
So we're busting at the seams right now.
Yeah. Don says, I know the villages has security gates, but you never pass through any when you go on your cart and bike rides. Do you have one in your neighborhood?
We do. And we do pass through them, but you don't see it because when you're riding down that special little trail, and by the way, I have a bicycle video for you coming up where I rode, and I explained this a little bit. You're riding down the special trail on the side of, say, Hillsborough Trail. When you approach a gate, well in advance, they tell you no carts beyond this point. And you can ride your bicycle past there if you want to, but there's a place to turn. And you turn onto the multimodal path, and then you'll go usually under a tunnel, or you'll go parallel to the road and then go under a tunnel somewhere. So instead of going through those gates, you go around them. But they're there. We have one on this end of Hillsborough Trail and another one on that end of Hillsborough Trail. The same thing up at Pinellas,
Right.
and virtually all the villages will at least have an arm that goes up and down, whether they have a attended gate or not.
Right. So don't go through those arms if you're on a golf cart or bicycle. You're going to need to go on the path, the modal path.
Janine writes, I enjoy your blogs. It got me to thinking that retiring isn't really as intimidating as I thought it was, especially as a single person. I was wondering, she said, are palmetto bugs really a thing?
Oh, wow.
We've only seen 2.
Yeah.
But being from Indiana, first of all, a lanai is a porch in Indiana, right?
Yes.
A lanai is a porch.
your
We
back
call it a
porch.
lanai here because we're
Yeah.
fancy.
We had to learn the new word, lanai.
And a palmetto bug is a roach. It's a big old roach.
Yeah.
And we've only seen 2 in 4 years.
Yeah. The first one we saw was very soon after we moved in. And I think that had to do with the boxes or something. I don't know. So you don't want to have too many cardboard boxes around.
Of course, we pay a guy to come in and he brings in these big tanks of things with skull and crossbones on them. And he
Hazardous material.
sprays our walls and sprays our bed and under the bed.
No.
I'm just teasing.
No.
They treat the outside of our house with something that's supposedly
Pet friendly?
non-toxic. But I mean, it's toxic to the bugs. So we haven't seen any palmetto bugs and we don't want to see any more.
Yeah.
Sheila and Mark.
Oh, Sheila and Mark ask, what do you wish you had known before moving here?
She's been worried about this question.
I don't know what I wish I'd known.
Okay, here's what I wish I'd known. Of course, I wish I'd known that there were 2 different types of real estate agents, one with the MLS, one with the VLS.
Yes.
Wouldn't have changed a thing for me. We bought from the VLS, the Villages Listing Service,
Right.
and perfect.
And what was meant to be was meant to be.
We're happy. Yeah, we're totally happy. But I told you, we got rid of everything. We got rid of so many things that was stupid.
Yeah.
I got rid of all my nuts and bolts and screws. And then I come down here and I need nuts, bolts, and screws. I got rid of a lot of hand tools that I could have easily kept here and used. And, I got rid of things for my hobby. I had a baseball bat collection.
Oh, yeah.
I had over 200 baseball bats.
Yeah, you didn't have room here for that.
A lot of them were the little bats. So
Yeah.
give me a break.
Yeah.
But I got rid of every one of them. Oh, well, not everyone. I kept a few of my favorites. And that was fun. But I wish I'd kept some of those. My arrowhead story. Got rid of my arrowheads. I even got rid of some tomahawk heads. What was I thinking? Oh,
Well,
why did I do that? I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, we also got rid of some hats. We had some mishaps because we moved so quickly that we had a big yard sale and we had, really quick around Thanksgiving at that time. And we just got rid of so much. And I think we got rid of some hats.
Well, no, what you're saying is label your boxes.
Label your boxes.
Because we think we took some good stuff to the Salvation Army or the Goodwill.
Yeah.
We had a trailer. We had one of those little trailers, you buy. It's 6 feet long or whatever.
Yeah.
Because in Indiana, you can put a trailer outside your house. You can put a kayak outside your house. You can put a pile of lumber outside your house.
That's something I kind of wish I'd known.
Yeah,
you can't put anything outside.
Yeah, anything out here. So we took that trailer and we took load after load after load. I'm not kidding you. At least 10 full trailer loads to the Salvation Army. We had probably 500 DVDs. Her mom was a little bit wacky when it came to buying us DVDs.
Yeah.
She would buy us so many DVDs, and we took them and gave them all away. And I wish I had those back.
Yeah.
Shows like Lost. I'd like to watch that again. Y'all ever watch that show, Lost?
Yeah.
When it gets hot, you need something to watch on TV.
Yeah.
But yeah, label your boxes. Don't give all your good stuff away. Don't throw stuff away. When in doubt, keep it. If you don't want it after you get here, and it's something decent, you can put it on Facebook Marketplace, or you can set it out at the end of your driveway.
Oh, yes.
And somebody that
Happens
needs it
all the
will take
time.
it. They do it all the time.
All the time.
But when in doubt, bring it down.
Yeah.
I wouldn't hire a second truck to bring down things.
No, but you can also take things to secondhand stores. There's church yard sale. There's yard sales. There's churches that will take your things. I work at Bargains and Blessings, and they take tons of stuff. So, and it moves quickly. Let me tell you, what someone is junk is someone's treasure.
That's exactly right. And now it's time for our good versus bad section. We were thinking about changing the name to nice and nasty. In fact, our buddy Wally Sagita, you guys know Wally, that's super talented.
Yeah.
He's even been playing some concerts here in the Villages. He's working on a theme song for Nice and Nasty. And he's come up with a little one for Linda's cooking show. He's going to do a little theme song for Linda so she can cook every once in a while. Is it time for that?
I don't know. I don't think you ever said it
because
we kind of skipped
I'm gonna show you about
it.
This is a shopping list. I'm going to tell you about
this is
what happened at Walmart. I like to shop at Walmart.
This is a little story.
Yeah. She gives me a list.
Every week, I write down something that I need. I don't use the phone with a list of grocery shopping. I put everything pencil and paper on the refrigerator. So all week long, and then I give it to Jerry, and then he decided he would go get this for me.
So I go to Walmart and I got the shopping cart and I put the list right in the shopping cart. I put it right there, so I can read it while I'm going along. And I get the lettuce and I get the peppers and I get bananas and I get onions and I've got about 10 things in there.
I circled all the things that were vegetables. I said, get these first.
And then I went over to get tomatoes and I come back with a couple of nice tomatoes and my list is gone.
Yeah.
Somebody has stolen my list.
Mm-hmm.
And in place of the list, they put a bag of asparagus.
And if you all know Jerry, and we think it's somebody that knows Jerry, doesn't like any of these strange vegetables. He's a peas, corn, and green beans, carrots man. That's it. And here's asparagus.
Yeah.
And my list is gone.
I thought I heard somebody snickering behind aisle 3,
Uh-huh.
but I never got my list back. So now I've got 40 more things that she's expecting me to get. She gets mad.
He gets home and he goes, I go, where's my stuff? He goes, well, I don't know. My list is gone. So all week long, I've been working hard, and I can't remember now what's on that list because it's been a week. So I can't remember everything that's on there. And so I was so sad. Whoever took our list, you made me very unhappy.
Well, she's got stuff on there like olive oil, okay?
Yeah.
Now, olive oil, I went over to get it, and there's a jar of it, and it's $20 for a little,
No.
There's olive oil, $20. I'm not buying that.
I usually buy a big jar of it or a bottle of it, and I keep it.
A half a gallon, $20.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What if gas was $20 for a half gallon? Huh?
If you need it, you need it. So anyway, he brings back a bottle this big of olive oil.
Look at
this tall.
Like the little liquor on the airplane.
Oh my gosh. I said, what are you talking about?
But anyway, somebody's having a good laugh out there. They stole my shopping list. They got me in trouble.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah. Anyway, that's a story.
Okay, where are we?
We are at right about here.
Okay, good versus bad.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we didn't have a theme song. So let's do bad first. Okay.
Wah, wah.
This guy's name is Ox, O-X. The Villages will be a fun ghost town to visit in about 30 years. I look forward to visiting then.
Wow.
So he's basically saying that after we're all dead, then he'll come here.
Okay.
Yeah.
There'll be nothing to do.
The hate is real, ladies and gentlemen. There is some hate out there.
Hate. Ghost
I
town.
don't know why. You know what I responded to him? Here it is. I said, see you when you get here. I want to engage so bad sometimes. That's my nature, would really be to engage. But I want to keep it light and breezy and airy and nice and sunny and rosy. So see you when you get here. And William Schubert writes,
you both are like family. You invite us into your home every week. You share your lives with us every week. We are there for happy times, the sad times, and the silly times.
What silly times?
You're silly. We love you both just the way you are. Keep being you, and we'll keep tuning in.
Yeah, William, thank you very much. That's the kind of person that we have our channel for. That's the kind of people we love to interact with. And thank you all for sending in the good versus bad. This week, for some inexplicable reason, one of our videos, one of our older videos, The True Cost of Living with the Villages, it's gone viral this week.
Wow.
I mean, unbelievably viewed this week. And we have gotten so many negative emails probably, it's 10-1 positive, but so many come in about people telling us why they wouldn't come here or live here. So it always boggles me why you would even take the time to do that. But anyway, the true cost of living in the villages is out there. You can just Google Jerry and Linda, and you can see a whole list of our videos. That's remarkable, isn't it? That in this great big old world, if you just Google our names, Jerry and Linda,
Right.
we just pop up. That's just shocking to me. All right, it's time for Viewer of the Week. Will you sing the theme song?
No.
We don't really have
No.
any words to the. Maybe Wally would write us a
Viewer of the Week, Wally. Get
Yeah.
on that.
something light and breezy. Well, our viewers of the week this week are Rodney and Jackie Schilling. These are two fine folks that have been with us from the beginning, watching our channel. Now they live here, and we've bumped into them multiple times. He's a big fellow. They call him Tall, and they're just friendly as can be, good viewers. They're from New York. They even play Santa Claus and Mrs. Santa Claus for the holidays. So
nice.
good people. If
Very
you see
nice.
Rodney and Jackie out there, pat them on the back and congratulate them because they are the viewers of the week. All right. We're going to spend some time now. Oh, I have YouTube sends me a notice and it lets us know who the top viewers are for the week. I want to read their names to you. Rebecca Howes was tops by far.
Wow.
William Soto, Shirley Slusher, Michael McNulty, Jeff Weimeyer, Donna Aitken. Now, those two are super good viewers.
Yeah.
Brian McGuire, he's a good viewer. Sydney Stephen, she is a peach.
Sydney.
She's always helping us out. Mike Skalecki, you might remember him. His wife saved him from falling into the Grand Canyon there on our show a couple weeks ago.
No.
By the way, 2 weeks ago, we had a show, a Mailbag Monday. It flopped. It got less than half of the views that our shows ordinarily get, and I thought it was one of our best shows ever. It's just the fickle YouTube thing.
It can be fickle.
Sometimes people watch, sometimes they don't. That show got actually less than 1/3 of the views of last week's Mailbag Monday, and it's a good show. So if you can go back a couple of weeks, look for the video or the picture of the guy that's his wife is kind of rescuing him, or she's trying to push him into the Grand Canyon. I don't know which one it is, but check that out. That's lucky. And Holly Feraldi. Holly's a good friend of ours, and she is watching like crazy. She's number 10 on viewers on the weekly engagement list. So thanks, Holly, for watching. Thank all of you. The rest of you work a little harder and get up there in the top 10. And if you have not followed us on Facebook, hit that follow button. You know, when we see the list of people that we can always tell, it'll say, for example, Mike Skalecki following you.
Yeah.
Or it'll say Mike Skalecki not following you. You know, I know that Mike loves us and Holly loves us. And if you have neglected to follow, hit that follow button. That helps us out as far as the algorithms go, whatever that means.
Yeah.
But all right, now we can relax a little because we've got all 10 questions. We can look over and see. There's Loving Life's telling you to use Alexa for your shopping list.
Okay. Well, I can't take Alexa with me. I don't know how to do all that.
Oh, that's an interesting thought. All right, Living Life, what's she do in that case?
Yeah.
Shirley Ann. Hi, Shirley.
Hi, Shirley.
She does the same. She uses Alexa. Shirley, how do you print that out then? Can Alexa print? Can you print Alexa? Terry, glad you love the pea salad. Happy Monday, Kuka. See, when I look down now, you can answer some of them.
Oh, but I have to put on my glasses now. All right. Do homes in the villages come with a heat pump or furnace or just AC?
They have a heat pump, and that'll do both. You know, we usually set our thermostat for a certain temperature, and if it gets hotter than that, it cools us down. If it gets cooler than that, it heats us up.
Yeah. Okay. Loving the live show, says Dana. I use a note on my phone, and you can share it as a text. So it can be written that way as text.
Here we have a question. Linda wants to know, what's the best hair conditioner for Florida? Because she gets so many compliments about her hair.
I don't know.
Not looking all that good today, though, is
I'm having a bad hair day. Well, it just depends. I've tried many shampoos and it's just one time that works and the next week it doesn't. It has to do with the humidity down here, how it's going. And so I can't really recommend anything. You just have to keep trying.
Thanks, Lynn Lucas. Appreciate you.
Yes. Shirley Ann said there's no sound. It might be her.
Can you folks hear us?
There's no sound. Everybody says no sound. Gizmo, yeah, he's fine. Everybody's saying no sound. Okay.
Oh, I can hear you. Beth can hear you. Yeah, there's sound. Turn up your volume, I guess. There we go. Good to go. Thank you all for letting us know. But Carol said she lost audio too. I don't know what happened.
Did. Well, we're here.
Yeah.
We're here.
Any
Good.
of you?
Thank you for telling us.
Hopefully, you can read lips.
Or sign language. I should learn that, right?
We have a question and want to know if there been any increase in amenity fee. There has been an increase in amenity fee, and it happens each year. So it's jumped up a bit. Ours is $183 a month. Is that right?
It's right.
183 right now. I think it was 149 when we moved here.
Yeah.
But it's gone up once each year according to the cost of living. And the cost of living jumped way up this year.
Someone asked about the cell phone coverage, how's it work? Is it good where we are? The coverage. I think ours is good. I've heard other people sometimes have to go to their lanai a little bit for some conversations.
We just changed to cell phone carriers. We were Verizon for 20 years probably. Right. And we have now gone with Spectrum because Verizon, they got us in on the senior citizen rate. And then that rate kept slowly creeping up until $60 was then almost $100 for us.
Yeah.
So we've gone to Spectrum. It's only $29.95 a month. So that was a big savings. And they gave us 1 month free. So that was a good deal. And that's guaranteed for a good while anyway.
Yeah, we had a little trouble with our cell phone coverage when we got back from our cruise. Evidently, when we got back, our phones weren't working properly, and we had to go to the Spectrum store and talk to them. They said we were kicked off the tower, whichever that means. We were off the tower for a while, but we had to work for a day to get our phones to work.
Hey, Rob, you're on there. Rob sent us something.
Oh,
I just happened to see your name. Look at this.
Yay. Look at that.
Look at what Rob sent us. Is that cool or what?
I love that. Look, it matches our picture.
Yeah.
Is that not cool? That's neat.
Look at that.
Yes. Oh, we also had a couple other things too.
Thank you, Rob. That was so nice of you. I love shoulders. I'm gonna try to carve one.
Oh, okay. Oh gosh, I don't even know who that's from. Oh, we also got some cooking pads. Yay. That's going to go in my cooking show. Thank you so much.
And don't worry. And quit sending things to this guy. He's getting a big head.
Linda sent us some peanut brittle and even the recipe. So, hey, guess who's going to make peanut brittle? Me. Go ahead.
All right. Mike has given us some questions here. When does snowbird season end? That's a great question.
Oh, begin and end.
It ends when they go back to north, but for each person, that's a different time. Mike, when's it end for you?
May 1st.
May 1st for Mike.
Mm-hmm.
So anybody wants to see Mike, you better do it before May 1st. He'll be out of here. We're going to go up and visit Mike in Minnesota this summer.
I would love to do that. Oh, my goodness.
Hope it works out.
I do too.
Yeah.
I do too.
Okay, has the Seco bill increased? That's our electric company. Great question. Seco is tricky.
Uh-oh.
I'll tell you how tricky they are. They give you a discount every bill. It's called Hot Bucks. And if your bill is $150, you might get $12 Hot Bucks. You only pay $138. We're not getting any more Hot Bucks. We haven't gotten it for a while. So we're missing the Hot Bucks, Seco. Let us have that discount back. So what is our electric bill? This past month, it was $125.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But on a hot month, it's been $197.
Yeah.
So somewhere in between, a lot better than Indiana. I'm gonna tell you what.
Yeah, we had rough bills back there.
We were on budget billing for electric, and we had gas heat, but our budget electric was $244, 12 months a year.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had gas bills in the winter, which could be really high, especially if that emergency heat kicks on. All right. Did you tell them what the best air conditioner was?
Mm-mm.
They want to know what the best conditioner for Florida hair.
Oh, I thought you said air conditioner.
Not air conditioner.
I don't know the air conditioner.
Get yourself a Carrier air conditioner and you will be cool for the entire.
Oh, I do not know. I've used Dove. I've used L'Oreal. I use all kinds of conditioners. So I just, whatever's on sale or whatever, I will grab the conditioner. So
You may not believe it. I don't even use conditioner.
No, he does not. I've even used some from my hairdresser's place, and they have some that's a little bit of oil and put it on the tip, just a tiny bit, like the size of a pea. Rub it on your fingers and then rub it through your hair after you get your hair washed, and it kind of keeps the frizz down a little.
Christopher asked, how big is a garage with a golf cart spot? For me, it was a deal breaker if our home did not have an extra little garage for a golf cart.
Right.
We're not even using that extra garage for a golf cart right now. We're using it for a kayak and 3 bicycles. So that's our overflow there. But it's usually a home will have an 18-foot door, which will be for, ours is 16-foot door. That would be good for 2 cars or a car and golf carts. And then you'll have a 6-foot door for golf carts.
Uh-huh.
If I was doing it again, I would want that third bay to be a full-sized 8-foot door.
Yes.
So you could put a car or a golf cart. A lot of houses have that. Not too many, but quite a few. You know, you can find them. That would be a thing. We know of a house for sale right over here on Castlewood.
Yeah.
By the way, a friend of ours has her house for sale. I'm going to give a plug for her.
Oh, sure.
It's a 3-bedroom designer home with a full 3rd-car garage on it.
Yes.
For $629.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how that compares. We've not been looking a lot lately, but
yeah.
They want to know results of the rock polishing. You know, I bought that rock polisher and I got rocks from all over the globe. Thank you all for sending those. And I polished some and they came out good.
Yes, they did.
But you know what I found out? After you polish them and you use your grit, then you got to buy more grit.
Yeah.
Every time you polish, you have to reload all that grit and everything. And I haven't stayed up on my supply of grit. So
we also had a little issue with the machine. We were adding maybe too much water, but it was leaking. So we were having some issues with maybe we were not the best in putting it together. And we had some problem with leaking. So we have to do some more investigating with that. But we'll try again.
Overloaded it and it kind of pops the lids loose and then you get water and a mess everywhere.
And all the rocks and sand came out.
Anyway, the romance is over on the rock polishing.
Oh, and also someone asked about our plants outside. We did have some frost damage and we have a lot of plants that are brown and curled up leaves and we are leaving them for a while till March. And then that's when we're going to cut them down and start anew and see if they'll pop back up for the spring and summer. That's what we were told by the landscaping companies here. Don't do anything with them. Just leave them alone till March. So, but I did find something this kind of disturbing. A couple weeks ago, I looked at my my bonsai plant that I brought in over the winter, and it was doing great. November, December, January. And then last week I look at it and it's starting to drop its leaves. I'm going, oh my. So I took it out front. I thought, well, frost over, put it outside. And guess what, people? All the leaves are gone. Every bit of it. It's gone. So I guess it's one of those plants that lose their leaves. And then it's
what do you call those?
Deciduous?
Yes.
It's deciduous. So I'm praying that March and April we're going to start little shoots again. Year. So it's not dead. So I'm looking forward to new growth.
Here's a question for you, Linda. How do you like your new trike?
I do like it. It's big. I've got to get used to it. It's got a throttle on it on the side where you can boost you up, get you going. I got to get used to it. It's a little bit big and to turn. It's a little bit awkward to turn, but I got to do some more practicing on it. I love it, especially for Gizmo, though. I can carry him in the back, and he truly enjoys it. He even lays down like, where are we going, Mama? So that's kind of fun. I do like it.
That the big thing is, and if you go to YouTube and look at videos on that bike, There's one that was made by two guys that their mission on this video was to show you how easy it is to get killed on this bike. So they show it tipping and tumping over and riding it and turning the wheel and seeing it flip over. It's a tricycle.
Yeah.
You got to be careful when
Yeah.
you turn. Got to be
It's
careful.
a learning curve for sure.
So they want to know, did Gizmo miss us after we returned from our cruise? And he did. He was happy to see us.
Yeah.
He loves the people he stayed with, though.
Oh, he does.
He was good. He was in good hands. No problem.
Yeah.
Linda, they want to know your favorite month in Florida.
Favorite month? Wow. Well, I would say pretty much March. It's cool. It's warm. It's not the heat of the summer. I like March and April. Yeah.
They're good. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, right now, have you ever had better days than the ones we had
beautiful
now? It's
beautiful
gorgeous.
now.
This is poster season
Yeah,
for
it
Florida.
is.
I love it.
It's getting up to in the 80s now, so it's perfect weather. So perfect golf weather, riding your bikes, getting out in your golf cart. So I like March, April, May.
They're all good, though. I mean, even on the hottest days, you have smaller crowds.
Oh, that's true.
You got access to
true.
golf if you want to golf. You know, people tend to go to the restaurants less.
Yeah.
You know, it's all good, but I think this time of year, from February until April, is real good.
Very good. Yeah. All right. Let's see.
Mike's feeding us some questions. Our favorite town square, only because we live such a short distance from it, would be Brownwood.
Yeah.
We go there. They have the built-in bleachers. It's almost like a county fair type situation.
Yes.
You can go there. You can sit and you can enjoy and there are not nice restaurants and nice places.
Yes.
I think the best town center is probably Sumter Landing.
Yeah. We love it. We love the ambiance of it.
It's gorgeous. And
however,
there's a lot
it
of
gets
nice
crowded.
places.
It gets very crowded there because it is so beautiful. You see the view from the lake. You see the lighthouse from the Lighthouse restaurant. It's very pretty, like Sumter, but it's a little bit more crowded. I told Jerry the other day, I said, this is a really nice place. The stores are really neat, but it does get crowded.
Audrey, thanks. We love the golf cart videos too. We wish we had a quieter cart. Like Jake and Shirley have that electric cart that's quiet as a whisper.
Don't even hear it.
And that'd be nicer for videoing, I think. So someday we may bite the bullet, although we love our Yamaha gas carts, that's for sure.
Yeah.
It says you might be breaking a heat record on Wednesday in Orlando. It's going to be 92 degrees in February.
Wow. Well, we'll go swimming. I'm looking forward to going back to the pool. Jerry and I like to go at night around 6 o'clock, and it's so nice. And just lay back or just get in the pool and do a few laps. It's very enjoying.
Yeah, we like all the privacy we can get at the pool. Not for any reason other than I'm a whale, and I'm not. I just like the. She's very self-conscious, not self-conscious, but conscientious about when she's in the water. She doesn't want to drift over into anybody's area. So she likes it when there's fewer people in the pool. Man, yesterday down at Cattail, did you look at that pool?
I did not.
There were at least 100 people in that pool. That was the most crowded pool I have ever seen in the villages. Yesterday.
Woo.
What was yesterday? February 19th.
19th. It was a Sunday.
The most crowded day I've ever seen at a pool. So something else.
Well, happy President's Day, by the way, everybody.
Yeah. But also keep in mind that if you didn't catch all of our broadcasts today, this will be up on YouTube for you to watch later. And we appreciate that. Also today, we would be scrolling names at the top of the screen that would say thank you for those people that clicked the super thanks button down below. And I want you to know we didn't forget about you. It's just not an option here. But those of you that have donated money to our equipment fund through the thank you button, we appreciate you very much.
Someone's mentioned that Jerry doesn't drink alcohol or coffee, and Linda drinks coffee. Does she drink alcohol at all? No, just the cooking, Sherry. No, I don't.
She made a joke.
No, I don't.
A virgin daiquiri.
Oh, virgin daiquiri. Mike has treated me to virgin daiquiris, and they are delicious.
On the cruise, they make some pretty drinks, don't
They
they?
had some pretty drinks on the cruise, and they were delicious.
We don't drink. Thanks, Ronnie. Ronnie's a retired Marine.
Hey, Ronnie.
You're never a retired Marine. Ronnie's a Marine.
Thank you for your service.
One of our big viewers. Thank you so much. But we don't drink at all. It's not that we don't we don't have any convictions against it. A lot of our friends drink. Our 67% of our sons drink. But we just never did. And once I got into college and I didn't drink, it was kind of a rarity. And so I thought, why would I start now? So I just never have. I was always a designated driver.
Yeah, that's right.
Somebody's asked, why no garbage cans? That's a good question. And I'm going to tell you, garbage cans are eyesores. Back in Indiana, we had neighbors that would leave them out for weeks at a time. And they'd fall over. They'd be half in the street, half out. They'd be laying in the ditch. Here we don't have them. We put bags out this morning, even though it's a holiday. We put bags out. They came and got it, and everything's clean. Our whole neighborhood, all of Dunedin is totally clean and looks good. If there were cans, if we had put cans out this morning, there would be cans out for days.
Well, and when we were back in Indiana, we had a company that gave us the big giant blue garbage can, huge thing. And we had a long driveway, and we would fill that thing up for a week. They only collected one time a week. And I had this big driveway that it went up to our house. And I had to carry that and push that and keep it from pushing me down the driveway. And that was a chore to have that big garbage can. And and I love it here because we have garbage pickup 2 times a week. So that is great. You put out your little bag or sometimes 2 bags. And I love 2 times a week garbage pickup. That's pretty nice.
Ronnie got an oorah from L Hall.
Yeah.
So another Marine. Ronnie says he doesn't drink, which is not common for a Marine. Do you cuss?
No, that's a sailor. That's from the Navy.
That's sailor. Yeah, we have one Marine. Our oldest son's a Marine. Our middle son is a commander in the Navy, and our youngest son's a captain in the Air Force. So we have the services covered pretty well there.
And Mary asked a good question. Are the painted driveways slippery when it rains? That's a great question because it does get a little slippery. You have to be a little bit careful when it rains, especially when you have a painted driveway. Some of them have cobblestones. Some of them have a little bit of a raised painted driveway, like a texture to their paint, and that's pretty good. You might want to look into that if you get a painted driveway.
The painted driveways all have a sealer on them, and that sealer is what gets slippery, and it does feel a little bit. If you turn your sneaker, it's going, or your tires when you pull in, you'll hear them squeaking and squealing on that. But it can get. And these epoxy garage floors, let me tell you, I love my epoxy garage floor. But if you get a drop of water on that baby and you step on it, I about dislocated my knee one time. I did the splits out there. And you've got to keep those puddles cleaned up off that epoxy garage floor, or you can hurt yourself.
Back to the painted driveways. I love those. Of course, in Indiana, we didn't have that. And when we came here and we saw them, it was like, what? People paint their driveways? What? It was such a beautiful thing to see because it's all to the homeowner's interest, how they like, what they like. And then you have your little signs on your lamppost. It's charming here. It's just so neat. I feel like I'm in Coronado. In California, there's a little neighborhood that has these little homes that are just real small and they're all decorated and so beautiful. This is what the village is like. I love that.
Ralph Vollenweeder.
Good for you.
Yeah. Sorry if I mispronounced that. He wants to know if you can walk on the executive golf courses. Good question. Yes, you may. You can walk any of the golf courses. You can carry your clubs, or you can pull a cart, or you can use one of those little motorized push carts. So you can do any of those. One question, is it easier to make friends in the new neighborhoods?
Oh, the new neighborhoods. Absolutely. Yeah. They're all the newer neighborhoods down south of 44 seems to be younger families coming in or couples coming in, and they coming in at the same time. They're all there and they're all trying to find their social cliques and whatever. And it's good. You'll find friends. You will. You got to put yourself out there. You got to go to your socials. You join the golf groups, the card groups, and you're going to have fun.
This neighborhood we live in is 7 years old now, and some of the homes have turned over multiple times. We're the second owners across the street. That's been sold. Down the street, one's been sold. So you have new people that don't know anybody. But we have a social director for our neighborhood. And she puts out a newsletter, and they have monthly socials. And she does a really good job of trying to get everybody involved. But I think down in the newer section, when they move in together, there's nothing like it.
That's true. She does a fantastic job. There's Cliff saying something to me. I got to say something to Cliff. He says, I feel sorry for people that don't drink. When they wake up in the morning, that is as good as they feel all day. Well, I'm telling you what, I feel wonderful in the morning, and I feel wonderful all day long. I'm going to feel wonderful because that's where my mind is. I do. I feel wonderful.
Behind every wonderful woman is some man that's keeping her happy.
That's true. Yeah, he does. Most of the time.
Do our friends have rental homes for investments? One does. We have another friend that has in another town has lots of rental, but I don't know too many people that own rental property here in the villages.
No, I don't. But I know there are a lot of rentals here.
And we have someone requested more day trip videos. They're fun to do. We love to do them because actually we're at a point now with our channel that a lot of places offer us come and see our facility, come and see this, take this tour or that tour, and we're happy to do it. But typically those videos don't do very well. They'll get a very modest following, but I think they're a public service, so that's why we keep doing them as much as we do. So we'll try to put more out there. Why no mailboxes? That was one of the big things when I moved here. I thought, this is not going to work.
Yeah.
We're
used to going down that big driveway though.
In Indiana, we had a driveway that went like this, about 150 feet. And you talk about slippery.
Yes.
When it rained or when the wet leaves got on there or when little snow or ice, boom.
Yeah,
you can bust your tail.
I cracked my head on the concrete driveway.
That's a story. I was in my workshop working on wood, and I don't know what this has to do with mailboxes.
Well, going outside in the weather.
But anyway, it's a fun story to tell. I was in there and I was a little warm. It was cold outside. There was a little frost on the ground. It was a little slick ground, and I had the door open. And she came out to tell me to come to lunch or something, and I heard a whoosh sound, and then I heard a watermelon hit the concrete. It was her head.
Oh yeah.
She walked out. She got a concussion.
I was seeing stars, and you know what? I think that's true. You do see stars.
All these little things worked together to bring us here to Florida.
Yeah.
The busted head, the attack by our neighbor's Rottweiler.
Yeah.
Just all that, a lot of things.
Yeah.
What's our favorite day trip? Somebody wants to know.
Oh wow. Oh, golly.
Grandview Clydesdales is fun to visit if you love big horses. Yes. Gatorland in Florida is a fun day. To me, that was as much fun as Disney or Epcot or the others. Yeah. It's not just alligators. It's like a zoo. It's got train rides. It had a Bigfoot kind of ride. Lots of little shows and whatnot.
Well, we also went to Cocoa Beach, and that's more than a day trip for us because when we get there, you want to go to the beach. So we stayed a weekend. So it's so nice to know you're in the middle of the state. You can go here to the beach, or you can go here to the beach, and whichever you want to go. And there's a lot of things to do in between. So there is so much to do.
And we're animal lovers, so we love the Chase Wildlife Sanctuary.
Sure.
We've gone there, and that's where you see lemurs and toucans and anteaters and just lots of stuff.
Yeah, they even in the newspaper this week they're talking about a great big antique place, Renegers Antique Show, and it's supposed to be huge in Florida. I forget what city it is in, but that sounds like something I think I'd like to go do. Yeah. So there's so much.
We don't want to buy any though.
No, we really don't. We used to be in antiques. We used to buy a lot of antiques for our house. We did some antique clocks for a while. We have
storage here is just at a minimum in these homes. They're really well designed, and it's not. You're at a time in your life when you shouldn't have the clutter.
Yeah.
So we're trying to get away from that. But we love if you could see our home. We've got an antique grandfather clock. We got antique other clocks. We've got odds and ends from her grandparents and things. But we're trying to get away from those.
Yeah. Yeah. I had found a dish this week that was my grandmother's that she had painted, and I picked it up and looked at it, and I was just mesmerized by how she painted it. Turned it over and looked at it. She painted it in 1913. And I'm going, oh my goodness, this is so cool. So can't get rid of that. Can't get rid of it. But someone asked on here, how do you feel about your house being so close to someone else and the rooms in your house being so close? Because, back in Indiana, we had a 2-story home and we had a lot of room to move upstairs, downstairs, and back to the garage out back, and 3-car bay garage. And it was a lot to take care of. And now we just walk from little area to the living room with a family room. And we really enjoy this time of life where you don't have to travel so far.
Yeah, we'll take one more question and then we're
Yes,
just about out of
we
time
are.
here. Are we still okay having one car?
I am. I am. Jerry does all the driving. He does a great job. He's a great driver. Except when we get by semis, I get a little bit nervous by the semis. We have stories about the semis and me. I have a phobia about semis. But no, he's a great driver. I don't know if I'll ever drive on that turnpike. I don't think so. But no, one car's plenty. He takes me where I need to go, and I'll go to church and I'll go to the grocery store and around the villages. But one car's plenty for us.
All right, folks, we really appreciate you coming along with us today. I know we didn't get to most of you over here, but we will read this transcript later. We'll have access to it, just like you will. You bring it up like any other video. We'll read it. We'll look at it. And we've appreciated having you with us today. Please follow us on Facebook. That's where we do the bulk of our spur of the moment communicating. Like when we decide we're going to have another cruise or not, that's where we will announce it first. If we're going to go, for instance, yesterday we spent some time down on Edna's on the Green. We might throw that out there that Linda and I are going to be there. That's on Facebook. If you hit follow, you'll be able to do that.
If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do so and follow us on Facebook. Until next time.
And a big thanks to Mike for helping us out today.
Yes.
See you when you get here.